So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a sector that's going to be booming in 2024. Now, forgive me, I'm in my bathrobe, but I've had the bad flu over the last 3-4 days. And I wanted to make this video, so I got out of bed just to make this video because it is breaking. It is going to be the sector to be in right now. And it's not a secret, I've recommended this sector many times actually on my channel. And I've coached people that have gone into this sector and they've done very well. But things are going to get a lot better. Now, I do recruit in this sector probably about 10-15% sometimes, some months. I do have a lot of vacancies in it, but I don't typically put all my eggs in it. So I'll talk about why it's going to be the one. And without leaving some suspense in the video, the sector is nurseries. And I'll explain why. And it will annoy a lot of people giving this away. But this is inside knowledge. This hasn't broken news in the public yet. So you're going to hear this first. And you have to be a bit smart with recruitment. If you're ahead of everyone else, you're going to do well. So if you have a 2-year-old child and you want them to go to nursery, you have to pay private. I paid private for my kids to go to nursery when they were 2. However, now the funding is going to be starting. But in June, I believe you get 15 hours funding for 2-year-olds, or April, I don't know the exact month, but it's soon. Yeah. And what's going to also happen is a 9-month-old child is also going to get 15 hours of funding. A 9-month-old baby, yeah, can be put into nursery for working parents. So the government are struggling to get people into work because it's not worth to work, because it costs, what did I pay? $1,200 for it's like another mortgage for the kids to be in nursery. So people can't afford to pay that. It's very expensive, in fact. And the government's realized that people will stay off work for that. So it's economically more viable to give funding so they can put their kids in nursery and move on from there. That's the logic behind it. But really and truly, just stop taxing people like crazy and have better paid jobs, and that would have sorted it out. But this is their methods to it. So there's ways to capitalize on this. So in a nutshell, again, by September as well, so it's going to boom even more. And I'll explain why this is even better. By September, a 9-month-old will have 30 hours of funding. So nurseries will be more inclined to take on children of that age as well. Yeah. And I believe 2-year-olds in September will have 30 hours by June or September. One of those, yeah? So really and truly, what you're going to look at is companies, nurseries right now are in panic mode. Not so much nurseries, but they're looking at councils realize that they won't be able to fill this. They're even mass recruiting childminders now, yeah? This is inside knowledge from someone quite senior in a council. And they've said to me they're in panic mode. And they literally asked me for advice, like how do you quickly recruit? And this is where I got this information from. So they're really panicking, yeah? And it's actually a friend of the family. But really and truly, it's actually one of my neighbours. But in fact, this sector is positioned. There's so many catalysts for it. If you are looking for a sector to look at, I just realised my Hoover's in the background, my vacuum. It doesn't matter. This is not watch this with the sound on. But I just want to make this video, yeah, short and sweet. Nurseries is the sector. If you're looking for something, it's nurseries. It's not IT, it's not construction, it's not healthcare. It's nurseries. You won't regret it. You'll pick up hundreds of vacancies moving forward. You might even get a council contract because they're desperate at the moment. And bear in mind, not all councils have heard the news of this. So this is genuinely breaking news. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Get well soon to me.